What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the Cutlass Board Games channel. We are playing Blood on the Clocktower once again, but we are playing a special custom script called Touch Grass is Tick Propaganda. This is one from the Grim Scenarios gang, and Alan, our storyteller, and co-storyteller Ryan, but Alan specifically, has been wanting to run this for a while. And we just came off the back of a nice warm-up Trouble Brewing. And now we're going to play some cooked stuff. It is a solo Lleech script. So if we execute a player and they do not die, that player is the Lleech. There is no other death prevention. Isn't that something? Except perhaps the amnesiac, but yeah, okay. And I am the farmer. So I want to claim something that is likely to be killed at night, which is tough because I am much more likely to be executed during the day than to die at night, which is tough. Maybe I claim Choir Boy. Maybe that's the vibe. Could I be a drunk? No. Could I be a marionette Choir Boy in a game that doesn't have the king? I don't think so. Yeah, okay. Let's just hope somebody claims king. I'll go and talk to them, say that I am the choir boy. Well, I'll say that I am the farmer, and I am... What if the king is the demon? I'll say that I'm the choir boy. And then what? And then what? What if I also just claim king? I claim king, and then I go and talk to the king and say, I'm actually the choir boy, I'm just going to claim king. Which is kind of funny, actually. Maybe that's the play. Is that throwing? It might be throwing. I don't know. It's definitely cooked.
Programming joke.
It is a programming joke, yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So pseudocode is normally written like PSUEDO, and pseudocode is like saying this is what you should write conceptually, but it's not actual code. It's like conceptual code. And
to be fair,
sudo is a Linux command, so it's a pun.
To be fair, Matt had a huge Sudoku phase called Mattdoku, so it could also just be him being a Sudoku enthusiast.
Yeah, I genuinely read it as Sudokuri.
I have been asked whether I like Sudoku based on this username before. I think one of them was your. I think one of them was Vivi.
You can't say no, Matt. If you play Mattdoku, you can't say no.
You can say no. This was clearly a programming joke.
Wait, you can say it's not the reason. Like, you didn't choose the username because you like Sudoku, but if you like Sudoku, you still need to say you like Sudoku.
To be honest, I don't particularly like Sudoku though.
Yeah. Just be a Sudoku hater. It's easier.
Yeah.
Your name makes me think of your Discord server. Is it dead?
My Discord server is
dead.
Mostly dead. I don't know.
Because I see it on my Discord all the time and I was like, oh yeah, there's that, but then there's never any messages.
It was mostly I used it a lot about like.
Is Choir Boy just useless? Asks Amelia. Why is that? I don't think so. Evil Team games a lot by getting the Lleech to the end of the game without being detected. So it's still useful to learn who the demon is. Oh, because the choir boy learns the Lleech, not the Lleech host. I understand the question now. That's interesting. Yeah, in theory, the choir boy learning a player cuts your 1 in 3 to a 1 in 2. Here we go.
Alan has left this mortal realm. I am dead. My essence has been disintegrated. But apparently this must be the work of a demon. So you all have 5 minutes on day 1 to figure out exactly who that is.
There's a widow in play.
Oh shit.
Can I ask a rules question? Can
Yes.
the farmer transfer to the leech host?
Yes, as so long as the leech host is a good player.
Okay, thank you.
No worries.
Hello.
Hello. Oh, would you like the claim?
Do you want to do 3s?
Or
Yeah. Do you want me to go first? Do you want to go first?
I guess you can go first.
Alright. I'm either the clockmaker, the farmer, or the choir boy.
I can claim to be either the town crier, the poppy grower, or the slayer.
Okay. Seems good. I feel like Poppy Grower would be really strong on this script, actually. With the exception of the marionette, but like it hoses the widow really hard.
Can you leech your own minion with a poppy grower game?
Yeah. I've seen I played in a Poppy Grower game where the demon and the minion didn't know each other, but woke up on the first day and started a fake evil twin pair.
Oh, that's good.
Which was really funny. But yeah, they sort of just choose a player without knowing who their
So you
minions
can
are.
choose.
So it could happen.
You can choose a minion.
So the Leech hosts the Mez or something would be really funny.
That's true. Cool.
So I guess
Thank you.
I guess that could be good. Anyway, good luck, I guess.
Yep. See you.
Matt, do you want to chat?
Yeah, sure.
Yo.
Hello. Did you kill Kiv 1?
No. It's actually a running joke from my Discord server where my first Discord account got banned because I used an auto-generated password and it didn't save to the login. So I was there was no way to recover it. I contacted Discord support and they were like, "Eat a dick." So I was like, "Okay." I created a second account, and so I had to install myself as an admin and seed for servership owner. And so I was just Keith 2 forever.
That's funny.
Yeah, it's really dumb.
Nice story. What do you want to do?
I'm happy to do 3s.
Okay, I'll give you 3.
I'm either the clockmaker, the poppy grower, or the farmer.
Ooh, okay. If you're the clockmaker, what number do you get?
I did 2, which makes me think no marionette.
True. But I don't know. Do we need to know where the leech is? We just need to find the leech house.
Pretty much.
I am either the Undertaker, the Amnesiac, or the Poppy Grower.
Okay. Huge.
Cool.
I think the clockmaker info could be potentially helpful if we execute somebody and they don't die. Then it's basically investigator information.
Yeah. True. But you still can't find the house. Oh, I hate Leech. Why do we?
It's pretty strong. It is pretty strong.
Alright, thank you.
Good luck.
I thought.
Juin, surely we're besties.
No, you're not.
I'm logging out. It's been a good day. I will see you guys next week.
Keith, how come you're not recording? I've never seen you not record.
I am recording.
Oh.
Hello, YouTube. This is Scott. He didn't think you existed.
I didn't see your red.
Oh, wait,
oh, I
Keith is
lost my
recording.
tomato. Yeah.
Everyone search www.
I'll conveniently join a chat so we don't hear the rest of that.
You lost your tomato?
I lost my tomato. Because I changed my name to Goofy Things instead of having my red dot that said I was recording.
Right, that tomato. I was very
That
confused.
tomato, yeah.
Well, I was using my marbles. And
No,
tomatoes.
it's called the tomato. It's there's several
Hmm.
color swatches, which is just a single color.
Okay.
Do you want to claim something? You want to do a quick 25 seconds 3?
Nope. I'll tell you I'm the empath with a 0.
With a 0. Huge. Then you'll love to hear that I am either the clockmaker with a 2, the poppy girl, or the farmer.
Okay, interesting 3. See ya. Bye. 3-second chat, Leanne.
No.
2 seconds.
No, Leanne has a website open.
What a useful first day. Spoke to one person.
Oh.
Excellent. Welcome back, everybody. Nominations will be open from the beginning of the day, but I'll recognize any hands in order for any amnesiac-related shenanigans or other information. I'll start with Ju.
Hello, I'm like to be first in the queue for nominations, but I'd also like to say I'm the empath with a 0.
All right. Seb, do you have anything to say before nominations?
Nothing.
All right. Juin, you were first in the queue.
Yep, I nominate myself.
Juin nominates himself. Tell us why.
I believe I've hard claimed everybody today, so if I have a bluff I'm hard claiming, I could be the demon. Kill me. Or not kill me if it's a leech. I don't know. Do a leech host.
What?
So are you telling me you're trying to get yourself on the block, but not because you could be Lleech host? I thought that was the whole reason you were doing it.
Well, I think what was Rollo's argument that you should be suicidal in this game if you have a blue token? Perfect. Go.
It will take 6 for Juin to off himself.
Leech host check.
I hope the demon's sweating.
After this
Let's
vote,
not
can I
overvote.
please ask a storyteller question?
Absolutely. After the vote. 6 is enough. Juin is on the block. Keith, your storyteller question.
What happens if the poppy girl is leech hosted? The leech happens after the poppy girl, prevents the minion demon info going out, right?
Leech happens. Okay, so so the leech pick would happen after the minion demon info go out. So then if the poppy girl was in fact leech hosted, then the evil team would never be able to learn who each other are.
And with the widow and poppy girl jinx, if the poppy girl is poisoned and dies, does the widow still come alive?
Hold on. Widow and poppy girl jinx. No, because the poppy grower would be poisoned at the time of death.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll go clockwise, I think. Leanne?
Has anyone heard of a widow?
Yes.
I think somebody announced a widow ping. Can't remember who
I
it was.
announced it when Leanne and Scott went off and talked before I could have a chance to say it. But yes.
So Weedy got it.
Yes.
Okay.
It also means there's no poppy grow in play based on Keith's question just then.
So if there was a poppy girl, the widow ping wouldn't go out.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the widow. Oh, actually, yeah. I don't
Okay.
Is it a jinx or something?
Can we get a storyteller clarification of that as well?
Yes. Okay. So the way I'm running Poppy Grower Widow Jinx is the widow would not be able to see the grimoire before they pick a player to be poisoned. So the widow has 2 options. They can blind poison somebody else, in which case a good player would still learn the widow ping, or they could simply choose to poison themselves. In which case there'd be no widow ping as per normal.
Right.
I saw Candice next.
What's the Jin ability?
I think that means there's a jinx.
Jinx.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
we have an assortment of jinxes with Poppy Grower, Leech Slayer, and Butler.
I see.
If you want to see the jinxes, open up the character sheet tab till it's fullest, and then scroll to the bottom.
I didn't realize jinxes means using the Jin.
Jin's online only.
Oh, I see.
It's just to remind online players that they need to scroll through that.
Yeah. But of course, if there are any storyteller clarifications or questions with regard to how we're running the jinxes, please do, of course, ask. Rollo.
I'd like to nominate myself.
Rollo nominates himself. Tell us why.
I would not like to commit seppuku, but there is a town crier on this script, so we should probably get at least 1 or 2 more noms.
Alright.
Hey Matt, do you mind muting while you're munching?
Oh, sorry.
It will take 6 to tie, 7 to die. Starting now.
I would argue, and I say this as an outsider, that I might be a better kill because I'm not getting any information. And that means any of you townsfolk who are getting information can like learn whether your information's sus.
So
Are
you're saying
you-
basically.
What
You're saying you
outsider
don't
are you
have
claiming
any
to
way of
be?
knowing whether
Sorry,
you're poisoned?
0 is not enough to put Rolo on the block.
I won't say just for Undertaker reasons, but I am an outsider.
Alright. Leanne.
What?
I would like to nominate Weedy.
Leanne nominates Weedy. Tell us why.
It's already been said, so I'm not going to repeat it.
Weedy, anything else in your defense?
Even though I am confirmed good in the sense that I know that there's a widow in play, that doesn't necessarily mean that I should be kept alive. I think it's probably more useful for us to start targeting executions based on people's dodgy info, i.e. leech poisonings. Although just keep in mind that a second player is poisoned because of the widow poisoning. I won't let it tie.
It will take 6 to tie, 7 to die. Starting now.
So you want this then?
Yeah, I want this more than the empath. That's confirming I'm good.
Oh, that didn't count.
4 is not enough. What do you say for today?
I'm
I'll be
really-
closing the day in 10 seconds.
I'm really enjoying
who-
the world in my
Who
head.
nominated
where-
Wadey, by the way? Was it Wadey nominating himself?
Me.
Oh, Leanne? Okay.
3,
What was that, Amelia?
2.
I'm really enjoying the world in my head where Juan is sitting next to 2 evil players who both voted to lift that off Juan.
Sorry. Wait. Someone just pinged me.
I'm not saying I think that's happening. Just
How
would
common
be
is it
amusing.
for the Leech host to get the Widow ping?
This is what I was talking to Rollo about. Like, it seems unlikely.
I don't think it's a thing you
So-
would do intentionally, but you can give out the widow ping after
Alright.
the leech chooses a
As I was
host.
saying, Juin is executed. How would you like to die?
With a bag of chips.
Just so you know, when you hit nighttime, Alan and Scott are going to go back into public chat. So they don't end up.
Juin is, I suppose, eating a bag of chips, but they're laced with cyanide, and he chokes to death on his own spittle and dies. Good night, everyone.
It's okay, Juan. I also sight at night.
Imagine.
So does that mean Juan's info is probably trustable?
Yeah.
unless he was widow poisoned.
You could be widow poison.
Imagine you are the leech and you just out yourself because no one can kill you anyways.
Yeah, but you're
that's-
stopping a wasted execution potentially.
That kind of can happen.
Yeah.
Is anyone a king? Because a king already is known, right?
Is known by the demon, yes. Actually, I wonder if the
Yeah.
leech chooses a host before or after the king information is
The
delivered.
king is first.
That's
who's going for
fucked.
the night order.
That's
so
so
you
cool.
can learn who the king is and immediately leech host them.
But then the
which is
king
very
should
cool.
be extra suicidal, surely.
Is everyone going to out themselves as the king?
Sorry, Amelia, I got that wrong then. I thought the king gets the info after the leech poisoning.
You'd think.
Are you
Okay,
According to
I'm the
night
king.
order.
Hurrah, hurrah.
King Seb.
Can I just check who voted on me?
I did.
I did.
I tried
I
to,
voted.
but I didn't.
Oh yeah, I'll put my hand up. I
Juan's
voted.
neighbors mostly.
Yeah, I mean, Weedy made a good case.
4 neighbors.
There were
I was
4
early
votes
enough
on me.
that I wanted to give people options if
That's it,
everyone
yeah.
wanted to do it.
Everyone should just out.
Well,
Taker probably shouldn't do it. I was just ready to be out with my info. So
actually, we know it's not an organ grinder. We
At least
have heard it's a
yeah.
widow, so it could be Godfather or Mezephiles.
Or Mario.
Or
Or Mario.
If you're the mess, come talk to me.
Is it too late to say bubble bath?
No, Mez, talk to me. I'm the snake charmer. We can cut a deal. You don't even need to turn me.
Gross.
This is the only script that I wouldn't mind being evil.
Really? Yeah, I guess there's no downside to
there's,
being
like, no
executed as
stress.
the leech.
Yeah,
I
that's
hate
interesting.
being the leech.
Well, that's because we've had some really rough games where you were the leech.
Yeah,
And
that
one rough game where you
where
wished you were the leech.
I think it was like it was the game where you were the leech immediately, where I was the host, but I gnome killed
Yeah.
myself on the final day. I was like,
Yeah.
that's just really rough for evil. But the gnome's ability allows them to do it.
But also you were the Chrome Boy, an already cursed character, especially when poisoned.
Yeah, I can't even remember what I did. It was like town. It was
You and the
king, but
demon
better.
learner player, yeah.
Yeah.
You know what's funny is I know that I hate the leech, but I remember none of the games that you guys just said, so I
Oh.
must have just like repressed.
There was a game where you were deadweight and you got Hux to
Wow,
guess,
rude.
and you were hoping to be the leech instead of the deadweight.
So is the deadweight a character?
Yeah, it's one of my homebrews.
Nah,
Oh,
keep
I
just,
genuinely thought you were like calling her.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought
It's
that
not
was
outside
case
the
as
realm
well.
of things, I would say.
So what is this homebrew character? How does it work?
Players that die at night are not announced to be dead.
What? So you don't know that you're dead?
You are privately told that you were dead, but it is not publicly announced.
It's cursed.
Oh wow.
It is pretty cursed.
Good morning, everyone. Except for Seb, who died in the night.
Seb.
4 minutes for day 2. Good luck.
What? What is with everyone not wanting to talk to me when I ping them?
I mean, if you ping Seb as well,
Yeah.
I think there's a line.
If we have a choir boy, don't we just have game solving? Well, we just know who the leech is. Who's choir boy?
Oh well.
Greetings,
Hey, ho.
neighbor of Juan.
Yeah, exactly. Fellow good person, I guess.
Yeah.
Actually, in all likelihood, we're just good together because
Yeah.
you're in what? Yeah. Okay, fair enough. I'll tell you the truth. I'm the town crier with a no.
Ooh.
If I voted, like, there were only 3 noms, and one was me, so it was effectively Juan on Juan and Leanne to Weedy.
So you know that Leanne's not a minion.
Leanne's not a minion, is basically what that means.
Leanne gave me a claim of a 3 that made me think that she was the Undertaker. Candace gave me a claim of a 3 that made me think that she's either the Slayer or the Poppy Girler.
Okay.
I'm the farmer.
Oh, nice.
My plan was to claim Choir Boy, and then our fucking king claim died instantly.
So funny. I feel like Choir Boy must have been a bluff.
Maybe.
Right? Like, that's why else would you do this? Unless you're just someone that's really happy to be
But then what does that
as the
accomplish, right? Like, the leech kills the king immediately, goes, yeah, hey, actually, I was the choir boy, this person's the demon. You execute them, and they
Oh
don't...
no, you wouldn't be claiming Choir Boy. You would just know that there's no Choir Boy.
Oh, and just kill the king straight away.
Yeah,
I
it's
think
like,
showing
if
choir
they-
boy is cursed as a bluff.
Yeah, that's
I
probably.
think
fair.
king is a shit character.
I think King's a shit character.
We've played it so
I
much,
think-
and it's never been
I
helpful.
know, it's never worked.
It was
it's
fucking
happened so long.
barista to get 2 pieces of information on the final day, and they still didn't
Still
fucking solve
bad.
it with the king info.
Yeah. No, I think the king needs to be like storm court by default or something.
No, I think the king just needs to activate way earlier. I think it should activate when there is
Yeah,
4
maybe.
dead players.
That's cool. I like
It's
that
the
idea.
same number of activations in a 7-player game, but in a 15-player game, you get twice as many activations, which
Yeah.
is suddenly useful.
Yeah, that's kind of cool. I like that idea. Or you could do something interesting. Be like after 2 executions.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
Pretty much.
But
Or like
yeah.
once per game, learn it. You know, like make it a push your luck character. You get to use it a certain number of times or something. Anyway. Send
Okay,
Stephen my regards. My regards include changes for the king.
So King. guess so about your farmer dilemma, I guess you probably like if there isn't a widow, I mean there probably is, but if there isn't a widow, the only thing you can do is be like, I'm getting sober info, guys. I know I'm not the Lleech host,
Yeah.
and then maybe they'll kill you because you'll be confirmed good.
Well,
but even then, you could the farmer can jump to the Lleech host. And
I'm
so it's
hoping
like, why does it matter?
there is a polygoer in place so that the widow could not have knowingly chosen me. And that a Lleech didn't see me in the game and go, hey, yo, fuck Keith.
Yeah. Oh, actually, okay. This might be really silly, but I feel like it's the only card to play on this script. But at any opportunity, I'm gonna try and out evil and like tie a vote or something because people aren't gonna want to kill me because and I don't.
That's so funny.
I think it's just the funniest time. It's the only time
Oh
where outing evil is like a valid play is good, and so I kind of just want to do it because it's a novelty.
Yeah.
So if you get nominated, oh sorry, actually,
it works a bit less because Juan is confirming us as good.
Yeah, that's true. But anyway, I just thought I'd let you know as my fellow confirmed good player.
Okay, yeah, I'll keep that in mind.
Come on,
I'm so glad it's Widow and not Spy.
How mysterious.
Oh, tomorrow. I'll see you tomorrow.
Good evening, everyone. What's the word for it? Nominations are open straight away, but shenanigans, if you want them, raise your hands, please. I'll start with Reedy, since I saw Reedy's hand first.
Seb, are you claiming King?
Nope. I am an Undertaker, so I kind of believe a Widow is in play as well.
Oh. Well, if you were the King, that would also back up me saying that the Widow's in play. But nonetheless, I think we can all agree that there's a Widow in play.
Seems pretty reasonable.
If there's a Widow in play, do we just hard claim everything?
I mean, sure.
Roller, I'll just wait for Justin and Alan to get back.
Yeah.
I'm happy to hard claim.
And Robin Day too.
Rolo.
Yeah, I just wanted to share some info. I talked to a savant today, and one of their statements was that the Snake Charmer chose the Lleech host last night. So if there are any Snake Charmers, maybe nominate that person you picked last night.
That is a funky statement.
I will do you one better. I am the Slayer, which I'm going to come out with, seeing as there is a Widow.
Wait, hold on. Is there a jinx between Slayer and the Lleech or something so that it
I have to
targets the
shoot
Lleech
Lleech
host or
host.
something?
Yeah.
Okay, wait, hold on.
Yeah,
I
that's
know
what
Snake Charmer.
useless with the Lleech.
Amelia.
Okay, sorry.
I'm the Snake Charmer.
Sorry, everyone, please. This is a relatively large game. Let's just be mindful of over talking.
I nominate Leanne.
I would also like to announce, I feel like it's relevant now, and like you said, Lleech game. I am the Savant, and I did not get that info.
Yes, that move.
I just wanted Leanne to talk because she claims Snake Charmer. So if Leanne can tell us who she Snake Charmed, then Amelia can Slayer shoot that person, then we win.
Yeah, but you're the Savant. Where is the Savant info from?
Fake.
Roller, did you make shit up?
Of course I did, but now I know where the Snake Charmer is.
Leanne, do you have anything to say in your defense?
No, I'm happy to die because if I became the demon, then you can't kill me. If I'm still the Snake Charmer, you can kill me. But I am not telling you who I Snake Charmed yesterday. And
Seb, please be
Minions,
careful
I
about
want
that
to talk
vote.
to you.
All right. It would take 5 votes to put Leanne on the block, starting now.
Leanne was also someone I did hard claim Undertaker too, so if there's not a Widow, it might have been just...
Look, I'll put my vote up for you so that you don't have to use your dead vote there.
Yeah, I was gonna vote, make it 6.
I just want to see
is
Leanne
enough.
actually be the demon. That would be funny.
Yeah, I want
Amelia.
to actually be the demon. It will be really funny.
Oh, sorry, I'm recognizing Amelia's hand. Amelia?
I need to shoot someone now that I said this, which is fine. I will either take a wild shot, or if anyone reckons their info is wrong, happy to shoot you. Or I can try and shoot a recluse and confirm that both of us are
I
sober.
don't think a recluse would get confirmed. I think that generally, like, a recluse is an outsider. And it's kind of like a virgin if you confirm them.
You can just
I
save your
would
ability.
I would like to say that I've publicly outed my role, so I feel like I should just out my info, see if that helps you think I'm poisoned or not. I got night 1 was, or day 1, math 0 or a good player was pointed at last night, and day 2 was a player could change alignments, or 3 players woke last night.
Amelia, while we're waiting on your Slayer shot, I'll go to Rolo.
Oh, I just wanted to say, Amelia, if there's nothing else, Keith's info sounded drunk to me.
Okay.
Can I
Fuck
just
off,
ask? Can I just ask? Snake Charmer only charm demon, right? They don't charm
Yes.
host.
Yeah, only the demon. So whomever is currently seeing the Lleech token on the script.
So I think night 1 I pointed at a good player. I think that's probably true.
So then that would imply that the widow poisoned someone.
Sorry.
My thing was a good player was pointed at last night, or a math got a 0.
Okay, I'll
So that
out
would
my
imply
info.
that the math is non-zero.
Night 1 I pointed at Scott, so I'll let you decide if Scott is good or evil. Night 2 I picked someone, obviously, so I don't know if... Sorry, what was day 2 info?
Day 2 info was a player could change alignments. That would imply that that's a yes if you are indeed the Snake Charmer. And you weren't the Lleech host, I guess. Or 3 players woke last night.
3 is really low.
I'll be closing the day in 30 seconds.
I'd rather execute somebody else, actually.
I'll nominate Weedy.
Leanne nominates Weedy. Tell us why.
I think we should continue what we talked about yesterday. I'm still sitting here. I can't go anywhere else. It's up to you guys to kill me or not. You know my role. Done.
Weedy, your defense?
I don't mind living or dying. The only reason why I think I should maybe not die is that I've heard of another outsider. If they're real, that means it's a Godfather game, and that would mean if Evil were to get 2 kills, we get 1 less execution for the game. That's the only reason I can see for not dying. It's up to you guys.
I mean, I think if we get 2 kills, that's actually a pretty good signal that Keith's evil, right? Because if I recall correctly, Keith was the one who saw the ping? Was that you? You saw the
No,
ping?
me.
Weedy's the one who saw
It's
the
literally
Oh,
me.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's specifically
Damn,
claiming
he's
it's
putting
God.
some word on my name.
Sorry, everyone. Everyone, please, let's be mindful of over-talking. If Weedy has nothing else to run, nothing else to add, let's run the vote.
Great. So it would take 6 to tie and 7 to execute Weedy instead.
Like, I know
So
I'm an outsider. It's whether the other one is real or not. But if it is, then we know what the minions are. So.
Yeah, it not being a Bez is nice to know.
I've heard of a recluse
2
besides
is
Weedy.
not enough.
I've heard of a
Leanne
butler.
is still on the block. Closing the day in 10 seconds.
Justin, would you make a good target based on what we talked about?
5?
Amelia, are you using your thing?
2,
Yeah, I'm using it.
1.
I'm going to shoot Candace.
What is your weapon of choice?
My weapon of choice will be a very large blade of grass.
Alright. Amelia picks out a very large blade of grass from the Sydney Botanic Gardens where she's visiting. She does it like the shot put, so she swings it around. But Candace is very agile and just ducks out of the way. There is no effect. And ending the day, Leanne is executed. How would you like to die?
By snake poison.
Snake poison. Yeah, so you're just wandering around in the park sometime, snake bites you on your ankle, and unfortunately all the emergency services are down, so you just die of snake poisoning. And that's very sad. Good night, everyone.
Surely only a demon could make sure that the ambulance doesn't arrive in time.
Matt.
Yep.
A player can change alignments. That's only pointing to Snake Charmer, right?
Nope,
So
could be
no other
Mez.
way.
Could be Mezephiles.
Oh, just Mez, okay.
But also it would imply specifically a not poisoned Snake Charmer.
Oh,
Not
yeah,
poisoned Snake
Leanne
Charmer
can
could
be
not change
with the
alignments.
poison.
Yeah, or the Lleech host, but we've established that she isn't the Lleech host now.
Yep. So now, what? That basically means 3 players could not wake last night if we assume Leanne was good and sober.
It would just be any other number.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm guessing higher rather than lower.
What if the leech? What if the widow poisoned the leech? Does that mean they have no leech host?
That's correct. But
So
Seb would
that
not have
means we
died at
just
night.
kill the leech, right? In that situation.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
And then the leech can't kill as well.
If it's the case, then what does the Slayer do? Is the Slayer
Well, the leech
pointing
can't kill,
towards the
so it
leech?
doesn't even matter. It's not. It's
Yeah,
not
if the leech is poisoned, there is no host, and the Slayer would still be able to kill the leech with the Slayer ability.
Yeah.
Yep.
I have a feeling we're supposed to hard out all our info, like a round robin, and figure out who's drunk.
Yeah, but if you do that, then the evil team know whose info seems really sober, so they know who to kill in the night.
Isn't a widow
So
game?
like, yeah, that's true. But yeah.
But
I don't know.
if it's a Poppy Grower game, then we should not, because the widow doesn't know shit.
We also need to be a bit careful about killing evil players as well, I think. Like, we do need to kill some, is what I'm trying to say. Like, minions. Not just target good players for the sake of there might be poison.
Well, if we execute the widow poisoning goes away, and a player suddenly stops thinking that they are the leech host. So it's actually pretty good.
What do you?
Yeah, true.
Oh, I mean, that's a shoot. That depends on the type of info. Like, if it's ongoing info, maybe they don't trust the earlier info, or I don't know.
And I would widow poison the chef any day of the week on the script like this.
Hell yes.
Oh fuck! There's a marionette on the script. I just noticed.
Yeah.
It's all right, Scott. You're not my
I
marionette.
hate marionette.
Just kill Amelia.
Oh, you know what?
Then you'll know. Then you'll know for sure that you are my marionette because we'll lose the game.
What? No, you won't lose the game because
Oh yeah, I
you're
won't
the
die.
leech.
True.
I'm muted. My goodness. Good morning, everyone. Scott's dead. That's unfortunate.
There you go. You're not my marionette.
Scott, you can still be the marionette.
To figure out who's Damon. Good luck.
I feel like I'm missing out because it's a Ryan story-told game and he hasn't mentioned pasta yet.
Pasta.
It just really depends on what I'm eating. So if I'm storytelling while eating pasta, all of my references will be pasta.
Hello.
Sorry, I was filibustering.
No, that's all good. Are you an outsider?
No.
Oh, what
I'm
are
an
you?
insider.
Oh, which form of insider?
I'm the farmer, which is a delightfully shit character to be on this script.
Yeah, that's trash. We
Because
should just kill you.
if I'm the host, how the fuck am I supposed to know?
That is an amazing pick from the demon. If you are,
If that's the case.
But ask
also,
yourself,
if there
if
is
you
a
were the
widow,
leech,
then I'm probably
would you
the
pick
widow
you?
host, right? So there's a 99% chance that I don't do shit.
Why would a widow pick you?
Because I'm the farmer.
I would never pick a farmer.
Oh
if I
yeah,
was a
actually,
widow.
as the widow, you would just tell the demon who the farmer is, and they don't have to pick them.
Yeah. But ask yourself, would a leech pick you as a host?
Yeah, of course. I'm scary as hell.
I feel like we have the same problem, which is that people are very happy to execute us.
Yeah. I have the other thing where I've heard Poppy Grower claimed a few times. And
Interesting.
Unless if Scott was claiming to be like a really powerful info character, then the widow would not have seen the grimoire, and the leech would have been kind of picking at random. But I don't know.
What do you mean? You're trying to figure out if Scott was a good widow
Because
targeted
if
kill?
Seb was the Undertaker, and Scott was also a really powerful info character, even with the Savant being out, would perhaps indicate that the demon knew that Scott was a better kill than the Savant, and the widow was not impeded by a Poppy Grower. Because I think my best case for ever activating is if there is a Poppy Grower, and if there is not a Poppy Grower, then I am useless.
Yes, yeah. I have a 2 from Scott, and
And it was Mez and
maybe you'd kill Scott at night. It wouldn't be top of
before
my
the
list.
Savant.
I personally wouldn't. I would have got rid of the Savant first, but
Mm.
there's always the case for public Savant being sus
The
as
Savant
well.
info seems legit, which is why I don't think that
Does it? A
he is
good
the
player was
host.
pointed at does not strike me as legit.
Well,
That's so hard to track.
well, it's something.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. So my info today was a chef could get a 1, or no player could change roles this game.
A chef could get a 1.
A chef
Ooh.
could get a 1.
Hello, everybody. Good evening. Insert pasta reference here. Nominations are open
Thanks,
for
Ryan.
any other Amnesiac or Slayer-related shenanigans. Juin, you've been recognized.
This is a question for one person in the town. That person is Justin. Justin, did you tell me the truth on day 1? What you claimed?
Yes.
That's
Justin,
very
did you tell me the truth?
Yes.
Justin, little truth teller.
I
I'm really
always
beginning to wish I actually filled out this Grim. I'm so used to playing in person that I don't even bother putting roles on people's names.
That's why you bring an iPad.
I nominate myself.
Justin has nominated himself. Tell us why.
Town cry check, and I always tell the truth. So you should leave me alive.
All right. It will take 4 votes to put Justin on the block, starting now.
If you
Justin's
are
in
the
a
Leech
double claim
host,
of outsider.
then the town crier can't get a yes.
Justin's in a double claim of outsider.
Someone vote, please, for me. I'd rather not use my
Wait,
vote.
sorry. Are we scratching the idea of a godfather?
4 is enough. Justin is
The
on the
reason
block.
why I didn't vote on him is because I thought there is a potential godfather and I don't want 2 kills.
Alright, guys, we should lift. This is a bad moment.
I agree.
What if
Okay.
Justin's the lead host?
Justin, was your 2 truthful to me?
Yes.
Okay.
If Justin is the
Okay.
Leech host, then a town crier would get
Matt
a no.
nominates Amelia.
Matt
Oh, sorry, we have Weedy
nominates
still alive.
Amelia. Tell us why.
Based on the fact that Amelia can no longer detect if she is poisoned, and we don't really have a good way of doing that, I think either Amelia or Weedy are both good kills as potential Leech hosts. Yeah.
Amelia, your defense.
Send it.
It will take 4 to tie, 5 to kill Amelia instead, starting now.
I just want to propose a world that Weedy is a minion who knows that there's a Marinette in play.
Do you want me to not tie this, guys?
Tie. Damn it.
3 is not enough. Amelia, stay for today.
I want to be clear, I was happy to die there.
Okay, Roller nominates Pseudo.
Rollo nominates Pseudo. Tell us why.
This is a weird one. I actually want to keep it on Justin, but just based on the voting there. But I also want to put Pseudo out as an option. The reason why I'm backing out of this now is I can't. If Justin is the Widow poisoned, sorry, the Leech hosted recluse, then Pseudo would probably be a minion trying to pollute any town cry info if there is one.
Wait, what? Loot town? Oh, right.
But also, if Pseudo is revealed to be the Leech, that's useful info for me specifically. Also, he's an outed savant and hasn't died in the night or anything, which is weird to me.
All right. Matt, your defense.
No defense.
It will take 4 to tie, 5 to execute pseudo code instead, starting now.
Everyone type space to execute pseudocode.
No, because code. Okay, yeah, that was funny.
Yep.
I like that.
Yeah.
5 is enough. Pseudocode is on the block instead.
That's probably not
Final
the
call
Leech
for
host, hey.
nominations.
Yeah, I'm concerned about the number of votes on me there.
I don't think Pseudo is a Leech host, but I think it's more likely
Going
his
in
evil
10?
making up savant info.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pseudocode has been executed. How would you like to die?
Slowly.
Slowly. Go back to the past analogy. We plop pseudocode in a vat of boiling water and put the lid over said pot, but pseudocode breaks free, smashes the lid, and jumps out of the pot of boiling water and does not die. Good night, everyone.
I
Matt,
fucking
you
knew
bitch.
it.
Matt.
Oh,
Yeah.
twice. 2 games in a row.
Sorry, did everyone vote on that?
Most of us, yeah.
I
Matt,
didn't.
you wasted
did
my
not.
time typing. I typed out all your info, and it was very long.
Should we kill Candace?
Okay, so I have a suspicion I might be the lead choice, but I'm not sure.
Is it just
Because I
because?
feel
I
like the only
Slayer.
reason why I could be the lead host is if Amelia is either evil or the marionette.
I'm not evil unless I'm the marionette. In which case, Weedy hasn't told me.
I don't think Weedy's claiming recluse.
Oh, no,
Only
I
Justin
can't
or
be.
Rollo can be the marionette.
Socially,
Yeah.
it's a
Oh,
bit
good.
on the nose to make you the host, though, right, Candace?
I mean,
I would never do that.
like I'm happy to die. I can say that I don't know if our information is correct or wrong. It's just the world is getting smaller and smaller because Matt is the leech and I got a clockmaker too.
Yeah, I think
And the two from him are both dead.
I think you're definitely poisoned, but which way we don't know. Widow poisoned or Leech poisoned.
Well,
yeah, so
it's
I am fine if I
impossible.
die, but like
It's impossible for. I could be widow poisoned, in which case you're neither
yeah,
widow
but
nor leech, or
Can a
You could
recluse
be-
register as the demon for the sake of Clockmaker?
Yes.
Yeah, but like,
Yes.
don't do that.
that doesn't work, I don't think.
Why,
Um,
why,
Like,
would-
in
why would
this
you not do that?
world,
It sounds like yes, but don't do that.
it would be a 1.
Good morning, everyone. Except Amelia, who has been, I don't know, drowned in a vat of boiling water. How on earth could that possibly happen? Y'all have 2.5 minutes.
Interesting.
Did Matt Pseudocode lifts off of Justin as well?
Yes.
Yes, I think Justin might be the lead host.
Oh, I think okay. I'm the puppy girl. Lol.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, what?
What?
Maybe evils didn't know that.
No, they know if I was leech hosted, right? Because then they'd see it the day after.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah. I've been hoping for the best that there was a poppy grower in play. And I think
So-
that he's poisoned.
I forgot the interaction again. The leech picks after the poppy grower has already taken effect, so
Yeah.
they will never be able to learn the evil team in that case.
Yeah. Which means killing the Undertaker on the first night seems like a lucky stab. Leanne, what's Scott? Scott, do you want to tell us what you are? I'm trying to figure if there is an active widow or not.
Scott is a.
Hello.
I am an unspent fisherman.
Interesting. I suppose it's not a terrible kill. Because whether or not Justin is leech hosted is whether or not you believe that the leech saw the grimoire via the widow and then killed the Undertaker and then the fisherman.
The thing is, I very publicly went to Alan and Ryan at the end of the first day to pretend I used my ability, and they still killed me. So, but that doesn't mean anything really. But why did they just kill Amelia the Spent Slayer? That was a wasteful kill.
Yeah. I'm not sure. Unless if Amelia is evil and they're trying to hide that. I don't know.
What if there is no widow and Weedy was lying?
Also possible, but he's our only outsider. Which hurts
True.
that a little bit.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Cool. Thanks.
Scott, what are you?
I am an unspent fisherman.
That's a shame.
He's a tub of fish oil.
Good evening, everybody. Nominations are open, but I'll recognize Leanne's hand first. Leanne?
Now that the Lleech has outed themselves, I just want to say I snake charmed Scott Knight 1 and Keith Knight 2, if that helps at all. I don't think it does.
It helps solve my savant info.
Rolo.
Sorry, I'm processing what's saying. Interesting. Anyway, I was just going to nominate Candace.
Rolo nominates Candace. Tell us why.
I haven't been told I'm a marionette, and I think a clockmaker. I think in a lot of worlds, Justin or myself is probably evil with pseudo. In which case, a clockmaker 2 doesn't track. So I want to kill the clockmaker. Although there's an empath 0 on me, I'm good, baby. Yes, this is a good play.
Candace, your defense?
No, I'm happy to get this on me. I don't think you should use your dead vote, Druin. I'll keep myself up.
Yeah, I'll vote for this.
It will take 3 votes to put Candace on the block, starting
you should use your dead
now.
vote, Druin.
Yeah, I'm leaving it up.
Yeah, I agree, unfortunately.
Weedy, what are you claiming?
I'm the recluse.
Candace could be marionette.
Could be.
You would, yes. Like, I could be the marionette, but in my world, Amelia could also be the marionette, so it doesn't matter.
Either way, I think Candace's info is scuffed, or Candace is a minion. Like, I think it's...
Second call for nominations.
Shouldn't we go back to Justin, because they left off Justin?
Like, I don't know. It could be either.
I don't actually know what Justin's claiming.
I think it's actually much more likely Justin is the marionette, because I believe that the Widow has seen the grimoire.
I actually think Justin's a minion in worlds where Candace's info is incorrect.
Justin's claimed
Final call
2
for nominations.
roles that are claimed elsewhere to me.
So he could just be a non-marionette minion also.
And not non-widow, because widow's a play.
Going in 10.
Oh, this sucks.
That must mean Justin must be the Mez then, right?
It's possible. But the Mez...
Can somebody nominate me?
Yeah.
I can't nom.
I don't want to nominate you.
I'll nominate Rolo.
Die first.
I'll nominate Rolo.
Weedy nominates Rolo just in there in the nick of time. Tell us why.
Pass Rolo.
This is me panicking because nobody else was panicking, and everyone alive except.
I'll panic for you.
Yeah. No, but like, the reason I'm doing this is because I'm the town crier with a no on Justin. I thought Justin was the recluse, and so that kind of made sense as using it as an outsider ability. But if we think Justin is a minion, then and Weedy is the recluse, then I actually am poisoned. But this was mostly just because we didn't use any dead votes, and a lot of alive players voted on Candace. And maybe I'm ruining the game for good here by taking it off the Lleech host, but I don't know. I think that Candace just might not be the host now.
Candace was slain also.
Yeah.
Slayer's a good widow target though.
It will take 4 to tie, 5 to execute Rolo instead. Starting.
Why can't Justin be a townsman?
Because he's claiming Poppy Grower, and I believe the Widow has seen the grimoire.
I'd rather kill Justin.
You can tie it. It's not very helpful.
No.
3 is not enough, closing the day in 10.
And maybe it would have been useful, because then we execute
5,
someone else.
4, 3, 2.
Have we asked Matt who we should kill?
Candace
Oh,
is
yeah.
executed. How would you like to die, Candace?
I think
Matt,
you
I
should
think
execute
the
him.
camera's frozen.
True, fire and flames.
Oh, never mind.
Fire and flames. Okay, let's think. Candace is touring in Hawaii, and the volcano suddenly explodes, and she trips and she falls into the mouth of the volcano and dies. Good night, everyone.
Playing one of the greatest guitar riffs ever to grace Guitar Hero.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah.
I want to kill Justin.
I think Justin is the marionette at worst.
Then
So
we should kill
now-
you.
I'm happy to die, but I have no way of knowing if I'm poisoned or not.
Now that Candace is dead, oh no, could still be widow poisoned.
Well, we know Candace is not the Lleech host.
Would you
This
widow
is such
poison
a
a
weird
clockmaker?
script. What's
I
going
think
on?
Candace can just be the marionette.
Yeah.
Candace, if you're the marionette and I'm Matt, I wouldn't tell you.
Does so the demon would not know. So in the scenario where Candace is the marionette, Justin has to be the poppy girl, as is his claim, and Matt would not know Candace is the marionette. That's what I'm saying. I think the poppy girl is like the most important key to this puzzle. And I think the poppy girl has to be inactive.
Why?
Wait, inactive means they're either poisoned or lying.
That's right, yeah.
Why can't it be an active poppy girl?
Because the Undertaker died on the first night, which makes me think that the Widow saw the grimoire and handed it to the Lleech.
Good morning, everyone. Keep that in mind.
Huge.
Because we are at Final Four, I'll just give everyone 1 minute for private chats, should you wish to take them.
Keith, have you shared your role?
I've told Jewin and Rolo only, I think.
Did you tell me truthfully?
Oh, anyone that I gave a 3 to, my role was in the 3.
Okay, it's very exciting times then, Keith.
Possibly.
Oh,
I'm
Rolo wants
confused
off this
why.
wild ride.
What'd you get, Rollo?
I got a yes, which is just so meaningless at this point.
Who nominated? You, me, and...
Me and you. It was just us two. I nominated Candace, and you
What?
nominated me.
I don't understand why Weedy is still alive.
Yeah.
Do you have anything you want to tell me?
Oh, sorry, I'm being called.
I think that is enough.
One option where he's the recluse who had the widow call, which is interesting.
God.
I think Willie is confirmed
or
by
is the
outsider
widow-
count. We don't have another outsider.
Yeah, that's
Justin
true
an
actually.
outsider?
There's no other outsider. I think Willie's confirmed by outsider count.
Isn't
but
Justin an outsider?
No,
No,
Justin's
Justin's
claiming
Oh.
Poppy
Claiming
Girl.
Poppy Girl.
Justin's poppy girl.
Is Justin stuck in chat?
Justin received a phone call while he was trying to talk to me and left to do that. So he just hasn't left the chat that we were in because he's in the phone call.
Understandable. Well,
He probably.
So, hold on. Just quickly, if Rollo got a yes last night as town crier, only he and I nominated. So that means either Rollo is poisoned, or my ability functioned as recluse.
Yeah, so either
Or
of us
I'm a
can be
minion.
poisoned. But like, yeah, it's all fucking meaningless. It means bloody nothing.
okay, Justin is
Every
back.
world works.
As it is
Robert?
the Final Four, if none of the alive players would like to nominate, we'll do the whole usual X thing. But I'll give everyone a chance to share information, chit chat before that. Jewin, you have your hand up.
Question for Justin: did anything happen to you that you need to talk to Keith quite badly today?
I became the farmer.
Okay.
Is Keith claiming farmer?
Yeah. I claimed farm at day one
But there
to
is a
several
widow in
people.
play, right?
Wait, is anyone a farmer? Did anyone
There's
become
two
a farmer?
farmers. Justin's a farmer.
Justin, you became a farmer?
No, I was starting farmer.
What the fuck?
Wait, Keith is a farmer.
Wait,
Can the
Justin,
Lleech
did you become a farmer?
become the farmer? They can, right?
No, Justin's claiming he started as a farmer.
No, I became a farmer.
What the fuck, Justin?
Wait, but did you tell that to anyone before Julian suggested something happened?
We went into a private chat and I said hello, and Justin said, I have to leave right now.
It's possible Justin's evil.
Who initiated the chat?
I did.
Justin or Keith?
I did.
Oh.
Because I was sitting here and no one pinged a chat, and it's like 30 seconds left. And Rollo and Weedy were like, hey, here's my town cry information. Here's what happened with me as the recluse. I'm like, oh, Justin's the only person sitting there staring at me.
Yeah, sorry, I had a visual. I had to check it out. But yes, it was me.
Sorry, I realized that the whole X thing isn't great when we are in a script with a solo Lleech, because the Lleech can just hold us up. So I would guess say 30 more seconds if anyone would like to nominate. Otherwise, I will close the day.
Do you want to execute Matt again for
I'll
fun?
nominate myself.
Rollo nominates himself. Tell us why.
I just want off this ride. I want to die. I don't want to be here. Get me out of here. I'm confirmed good by the empath. I should be dead. My info is arbitrary. None of this matters. Life is meaningless.
I'm ready to end on this, actually.
If you would like to support Rollo in his quest to murder himself, it will take 2 votes starting now.
I just think that this is an irony because I was thinking about killing myself on the first night.
We should sleep.
I personally think we should sleep as well.
Then we have to draw this out.
1 is not enough. Closing the day in 10, 9.
Roller's like, I could be the Lleech host, the marionette, or just a good player.
Wait, someone else should nominate so that Roller can get.
I feel like it'd be really funny if Weedy dies. So like,
No one is
Roller and
executed.
Justin doesn't know who's the marionette.
Nobody dies. Good night, everyone.
Look, if I was Lleech hosted, that means they will never learn anything, right?
That's
They
correct.
can never learn. Yep.
I genuinely think if Justin is telling the truth about being the poppy grower, that is the thing that solves the whole game.
But so if Justin's the poppy grower, none of it matters. Like he could be sober and we wouldn't know, right?
Yeah.
Because they don't receive info. He gets poisoned, and then their evil team never receive info.
That's right. But also the widow never sees the grimoire.
Yeah.
It means Justin's can confirmably not be the marionette, though.
That's right. If he became the farmer, he can't be the marionette.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wait, but the Lleech goes before the widow. So what if Justin is the Lleech hosted poppy grower? Then
Well, that's possible.
Then Justin's drunk and he's actually a poppy grower.
What?
And then the widow will work.
The widow still does not work. We asked and it was confirmed.
Oh, even if
the widow does not see the grimoire until the poppy grower dies, specifically. So the widow would never see the grimoire, and they just get to choose if they want to pick blindly or not.
Oh.
Yeah, because. Fuck it. Oh, sorry.
Man's getting calls left and right.
Yeah. Bro's gonna tell all the girls that Monday's for Clocktower.
Or bring the girl to Clocktower.
True.
This is a long final night.
Yeah,
Matt. Making their kill, Matt.
Also, guys, Clocktower con sign-ups are open on Monday.
No, only for early.
Is it on Monday?
Early access is open on Monday.
But the scripts ordering, I think, is this week.
No, the scripts they're already out. Oh, you mean ordering? Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
What's ordering?
Like
You can order like a fancy printed script.
Good morning, everyone. Except for Weedy, who's died in the night. Okay, so because we're at final 3, this is how we're going to run final 3. There are no private chats on the final day. I will give Town a total of 3 minutes for chit chats. After which, I would only like to hear from the alive players. Okay, chit chats are open. Please go.
Can we go straight to norms?
Yeah, I don't know. What's that chit chat?
I think it just
Yeah.
can only be Justin mechanically.
Why can't it be Rollo?
Yeah, my info is basically arbitrary. Well, yeah. I mean, that's the thing. If Justin's a minion, then I'm the Lleech host. If Justin's good, then I'm
the lead
sober.
host.
Yeah.
Juin, did you want to say something?
Yeah, I live in the world, so this is not a Puppet Grower game. So Justin's ability just didn't work for some reason, but that's not because of poisoning, because that's not how Puppet Grower works. It would have worked for that. So in my world, it's just Rolo, I suppose.
Yeah.
That's the Lleech
Candace,
host.
is Matt left or right-handed? That's how I'm basing this.
He is left-handed.
Justin
Also,
But it's up
Just-
or down from his perspective.
On a side note, like, I feel like I am more likely to be the Lleech host because there's an empath 0 on me. And so it's like, if I'm operating in the world where it's statistically, it makes the most sense if there's like 2 out of 3 of us are evil. Because I feel like good players have been trying to get themselves killed. And if I have an empath 0 on me, that means I'm a good player in the final round, which means I'm probably just the Lleech host.
Rolo, do you pick the dead lady or do you pick 2 animals?
Sorry? Wait,
That lady
For
or
flipping a coin, heads or tails, my guy.
Yeah, look, dead lady, like my soul.
that lady? If it's that lady, we're nominating. You're dying. Okay.
Love it.
I don't know how to flip a
Amelia.
coin, but I'm just gonna throw. Oh no, Justin's
Nice.
dying.
Amelia, did you have
I
something
just
to
want to
say?
throw a spanner in the works and posit the world where the one that is the marionette is also the Lleech host. Like, I don't think alignment. I don't think we can separate alignment as.
But
Do you know what I mean?
Very
if
true.
Justin is the marionette, I have sober info. Sorry, I have wrong info saying that he's not a minion, so I am the Lleech host again. Anyway, sorry, there are hands.
Right. Okay. Yep.
Yep.
No, that's helpful. That's helpful.
Okay. I'll go to Scott next.
I would like to ask Town, do they remember if Matt ever voted on Justin? When we nominated Justin, did Matt vote and
No.
for Rolo?
You did not.
Did Matt vote for Rolo?
I'm not sure.
Actually, on the very first day, I nominated myself. I got 0 votes.
Yeah.
I'm the
Matt
bloody
did
Lleech host.
lift off of Justin though, the day that we tried to kill Matt. Oh, the day we did kill Matt.
Onto himself?
Yeah, basically voted.
On myself.
Sorry, just before I take Justin's nomination, Keith, did you want to say something?
My current worldview is Rolo is actually the widow who is trying to get himself executed in place of the Lleech host. I'm very confident that Justin is in fact the Lleech host.
I'll take Justin's nomination now. Justin, you said you nominated yourself? What was that?
Yeah.
Okay, Justin nominates himself. Tell us why.
There was I was on the block with 4, and then I didn't want to die because that was like a bluff to, blah blah blah. But then we lifted off with almost every live player, including Matt, onto himself, which was barely enough, and he had to be the last vote to do that. So, yeah.
All right. It would take 2 votes to put Justin on the block.
Do we need to get 5 on this to start?
Yep.
Is it possible?
I mean, I think I'm gonna vote for myself. You can say you did vote.
Oh yeah, okay. Justin, you vote.
That's full send. Full send.
I honestly think it's a
I
full
feel like
send
it's
also.
Rolo.
Matt's gonna raise his hand.
Yeah,
Fine.
it just has to be
Is
Justin. Yeah.
enough, but can still be beaten.
I
Any
don't think
other
you can.
nominations?
Rolo
think
could
it-
be a marionette.
The only situation where it can be beaten is if Matt votes on it, so I'm not gonna nominate myself, but I think it's me.
Right, yeah. It would
That's
take...
not-
Yeah, there's... Just...
Everyone except Matt. Everyone with a vote except Matt votes. We can get 6.
I'd vote
Just
for
a
you,
tie,
Rolo.
right?
I
no,
think
that's
the problem is that if there's a single evil player
Yeah,
that
okay.
hasn't voted on it, we'll tie, and I don't know. I think it's me, but I don't think that we can lift it safely.
You have my vote, Rolo. I will help you commit Sudoku.
I
No.
think
the
Rolo
day
as well,
in
but I agree
10.
that it's risky.
Oh,
I
fine.
just
I'll
flipped
nominate
a coin.
myself.
Oh
I'll-
god.
Rolo nominates himself. Tell us how.
I don't know. I'm letting if every player in front of me votes. I'm the last vote, so like I can.
Yeah, we can only vote if Matt votes as well, right?
I'm down for
No,
time.
but he's first. He's at the very beginning, so we have to. There's a good.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
Anyway, if it's gonna tie, I'll put myself on it, but otherwise, we'll leave it on Justin.
All right. It will take 5 to tie, 6 to execute. Rolo instead. Starting now.
No, I can't do it, guys. I can't do it.
Come on, Justin.
Oh,
Oh, you minion.
Rolo is the widow.
That
I
was my
believe.
poisoned info.
Let's tie it.
If you're not the widow, I'm sorry, Justin, but
2 is not enough. I don't think that can be beaten, and I assume Pseudocode will not be voting on himself. So,
Okay.
Justin is executed. How would you like to die?
Frolicking in the field.
Sorry, forking?
Frolicking.
Frolicking. Okay, Justin's frolicking in the fields and gets trips over some wild grass, gets bitten by a black widow, and dies. And the game is inevitably over because we will go to a grim reveal. Okay, let's have some fun. Let's start with our first person who died at night, was Seb, the Undertaker, who unfortunately did not receive any helpful information. Then, the next day, Town decided to execute Leanne, the snake charmer, who got pretty useful information, clearing Scott, the unspent fisherman, as well as Keith, the farmer. We then had Amelia, or Slayer, who attempted to Slayer shoot Candace. Candace was your marionette, which is why she learned an incorrect clock 2, and she was a marionette sitting next to Weedy the Recluse. Juin was your empath, who received an empath 0 and then promptly died. That empath 0, we'll get back to that.
Poisoned.
Matt was a leech. That empath 0 was sober because Rolo was a town crier who was also a leech host. Justin is a widow, and the evil team has won this game. Sorry, I couldn't quite work out in what order I want to do that at the end, but we got there.
I knew it.
Yeah.
I fucking knew it, mate.
Yeah.
2 for 2 leech posts.
Who was supposed to become the farmer?
Yeah.
You were
The
widow.
farmer was poisoned by the widow.
Ah,
Yeah.
okay.
Oh. And he knew this grim. Okay, so you believed Justin because he claimed farmer?
No, I based everything on the poppy grower.
Which is why I said he
Mind
didn't
you,
exist.
Seb,
Yeah.
your kill was completely random. Justin did not tell me anything about the Grim other than Leanne is the snake charmer.
Matt, did you tell Candace she was the marionette?
Day one, first thing.
Oh, okay. I thought you wouldn't have told her.
So do you
No, I
actually
was
get a
like-
2, Candace?
I actually got a 2, so I played it purely like I would someone who was poisoned.
I believed you, Rolo.
I called
That was
Justin as widow on
Rolo
like day
thing.
3 to Rolo as well.
Yeah.
Should
We
have backed
did.
ourselves.
Never
Did you
voted.
trust me calling you the marionette?
Yes.
Sorry?
Because Weedy immediately said he was an outsider on that day. I was like, oh shit.
Rollo said to me that he was going to play out at evil the entire game, which didn't help me believe that he was not the widow.
No, I realized I was like, I think I'm gonna. I was like, I'm probably sober. I want to play chaotically so people still think I'm a minion and don't want to kill me, and then I'll know I'm sober in final 3.
And then he said some absolutely insane shit during the
Well,
day, and
okay,
I'm like, no, he
then
just
I
has to be a
realized
minion.
that all my info is arbitrary. Every single bit of info I got was basically arbitrary.
Yeah.
Except, like, the only thing was just if Justin was a minion, I must be Widow Poison. Sorry, I must be the host. And I
That
just
was
thought
why
in
I
the
wanted
end,
to keep
most
Weedy
likely there's evils.
We actually talked about this earlier, and it was like, I am the farmer. I will never do anything relevant this game. I can never tell if I'm poisoned. And then I was like, or I'm a pretty good widow poison candidate. And Amelia was like, why would they widow poison you? The demon would just know you're the farmer and not kill you. I'm like, sick. And then guess what happened?
I was wrong.
Fuck.
Yeah, it was really